Well, hey, y'all.
Hi.
It wouldn't be a backcountry couples if we didn't have any kind of debacle going on.
Oh, my heart was beating so fast.
So, anyways, real quick, thank you all for coming into this
I
episode. And thanks for
Hang
joining
on.
us. So, real quick, we literally a minute 30 before the show starts,
Like
the internet went out.
we just went like
There's
Deadsville.
we got some we have some weather inclement weather coming through, and it
I know.
may be having an effect.
I don't know.
I keep checking my router and it's just sitting there blinking
I know,
in
it was
limbo.
crazy.
So.
We were just like all of a sudden we were chatting with our guest backstage and it was like holy moly.
So thank you to modern technology. We're using the lovely Colleen's cell phone as a hotspot.
Right.
So we can still bring you this awesome episode tonight.
And when it's weird, we can't see if anybody's in the chat or not in the chat. It's kind of strange.
We
so
can see who's in the chat.
Can we now?
Yeah, right
Okay,
there. Girl
okay.
plus dog, Doc
Okay.
Watson, all terrain.
Hi everybody.
Coffee. Yeah.
Welcome. I feel like a little like rushed now. Like I feel like I didn't know what was going on. I
Time
don't like
to do
that
a
kind of
shot
stuff.
or something.
That's
Anyways,
a great idea.
welcome to episode 28.
It is
halfway to
yay!
56.
It is. I like that idea.
56.
Oh, that's how old I'm going to be this year, honey. 56. Yeah, pretty exciting stuff, everybody.
Yes, she is.
So welcome to Backcountry Couples.
I'm Johnny.
And I'm Colleen. So, hey, we had a really fun show last week. We had on Todd and Elise from Inner Element.
Mm-hmm.
And they were a fun hiking duo to chat with.
Absolutely.
They were full of energy. They were just like,
hi, Mom.
Yeah, hi, Mom. And they were just like over the top fun. There were a couple from Florida. And they actually sent us some stickers.
Oh, Uptrail's in the house.
Mail. Hi, Bob. How
Bob.
are you? So you can see those. And they got so we got regular black and white stickers, and then they got like little fancy pants, like holographic kind of whatever Inner Element one. So that was really nice of Todd and Elise.
Those are cool. They turned out really nice.
They are
good, nice, thick.
I don't know where you guys got this these stickers from, but they're pretty sweet. So
I like them.
I like that too, which is really, really awesome. So thank you to you two.
Mm-hmm.
And we also got other mail this week. Kind of funny.
Really funny. So our friend Rlvl from he is a Subaru guy. He also runs the Subi and You podcast that we were on.
Subi and You podcast.
He broadcasts every Monday on all the podcast networks, and it's a really good show. We were actually on it too.
Right.
But
so on that episode of us, he just got a kick out of something that I said. So obviously,
so Colleen being a non-driver, so zero driving, and he's like, "What?" and couldn't believe it. So he sent us like a little fun care package.
Can you see it?
And he sent this little vinyl sticker. It says pedestrian.
I look like a little person walking here, and I think I'm gonna. So I'll put it on like my side of the
vehicle. So
it's
going on
right?
Colleen's window of the vehicle,
or maybe just below the window or something, because I think the window will roll up. So whatever, we'll figure it out.
Oh
but
my gosh!
Anyways,
I died laughing when this thing came in.
What? So that was pretty brilliant on Rlvl's part to do that. So thank you for him. And he does Subi New podcast. It's a Subaru podcast.
Yes.
Or all things Subaru, I guess. And related to that. And that's Mondays.
Overlanders, rally cars. Yeah.
So Mondays he comes out with that stuff. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fun. So thank you for our mail this week. So that's awesome.
We'd like to thank our sponsor of the show.
Yeah, we got some Mickwick going on.
Mickwick.
And I don't know about everyone's weather right now, but it's like frightful outside. It's definitely time for a fire, right?
Yes.
And Mickwick obviously has graciously provided 4.
Yeah.
We got 4 of them this time for our guests every week. And
our new packs. Yeah.
Yeah. And he did a thank you for your participation in Backcountry Couples live stream by KeelQuest, presented by Mickwick All Natural Fire Starters. So please accept this small gift as a token of our appreciation. So there you go. I'm excited.
A little note on the back for everybody.
Yeah, I thought that was really, really sweet.
It's an all natural product. Burns for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Great. We
is.
can't say anything bad about this product. It's just awesome.
No, and we've been enjoying them for the last year at least. Last year. It has been 1 year in total actually that we've been enjoying the product.
And now we're on for a new year with them again.
We signed up for another year, which is exciting. So you can use our code there that John just put up. He does it so good. Oh, there he goes.
Make sure you put a little space between Keel and Quest.
And it's not just for the Mickwicks itself. It's also for the swag. So there's like, toques and t-shirts and ball caps and stuff like that. So yeah.
Skull caps.
Yep. Right on. Exactly.
So yeah, use the code KeelQuest, get 15% off your order.
Right. So which is really, really lovely. The other thing we've got going on is on Saturday. We are going to do a little video premiere of our new gear for 2022 that we were tagged in, right? So we were tagged by Mark from Tri Duty on the Trail.
Yes.
And our gear finally rolled in. Like we just got it on, I don't know.
Some of it came in. Some of it came in last week, and we were waiting for one more piece.
So we filmed it. We got 4 pieces that we're going to showcase. So excited about that. So that's going to be Saturday, YouTube, obviously, premiere, 9 a.m. Grab a coffee. It's less than 10 minutes. So
it's fun.
Join us and hang out. So if you saw the thumbnail, you're going to see the one piece, obviously, that we have on that.
Yeah.
I didn't tell John.
I saw it. And
I was doing it. And I was like, why wouldn't I do that?
Come across my feed and I go,
yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah, that's right. You got to have fun, honey.
Yeah. Lovely way.
That's right. And who is in the chat tonight? Let's just go all the way back. We saw Doc in the front there.
Yeah, my mom outside comfort zones here.
Guys,
following Walker's World. Cool.
Jason All Terrain. Hi. I hope you're feeling better. I know you're feeling like a little poopy the last few times there. Who else? Girl Plus Dog is in the house. Obviously, our guests are here. So that's exciting.
All right.
And I want to say thank you. Last week we shared and kind of showcased our little camping logbook and journal.
Mm-hmm.
And we sold some. So thank you so much. And John has it right up there. So, and we got some really neat, really nice feedback on it, which was beautiful. Mm-hmm. So thank you. So there's the camping, the journal and logbook, and then can I go like that? I have to make me bigger, honey.
Okay, I'll make you bigger.
Let's do this.
There you go.
And so that is kind of, do you see all that? So just had like little notes and stuff like that, and the camping destination and amenities and all that fun kind of stuff of what's to expect when you're in there and what to kind of look for the next time. And anyways, yeah, so great feedback. And so thanks everybody for helping out, I guess, right? Up Trail. So Bob and Kathy, they were on.
There's a better look for the inside.
There you go. Bob and Kathy, they were on a couple weeks ago. He said, thanks for the cool care package. Oh, glad you got it. We enjoyed being on the live stream show a few weeks ago. That's really, really cool.
Very awesome.
Awesome. That was really fun too. So last week was all about hiking.
This week's about getting dirty.
That's right. Well, you can get you can get dirty hiking.
I suppose.
In fact, I get really dirty hiking.
That's not a lie.
I totally do, which is fine, right? No? Yeah. He keeps looking at this stupid hot spot here, which I don't know how you can do that. Anyways, so we have another. I always say this. We have an awesome couple. And it's not only somebody that, obviously that we know through the backpacking, overlanding, camping world, right? Outdoor community kind of stuff. These two have become friends and it's been great. So I'm excited for this. We have had the opportunity to hang out together. So I feel like this is just going to, having a, an after dinner drink, coffee, whatever that looks like kind of thing. And just kind of chit chat and just talk about all the things that we've been doing. So here we go. Are you ready?
By all means.
Are you ready, honey?
Just waiting on you.
You are not. Okay, I'm excited. So this Michigan backcountry couple is all about adventuring at their level, hence their name. They want to share and show you that you don't have to climb Mount Everest or hike through the AT for it to be an adventure. That's 2 weeks in a row I've been stumbling over my words. I know.
That's all,
Their
folks.
definition of adventure is an exciting or remarkable experience. And we couldn't agree more.
I concur.
So welcome from, look at our shirts, Rlvl Overland, our friends Pete and Lisa.
Hey guys.
Like,
hello.
oh, I don't know what that was all about. I typed it out, so it's like I can't not read the writing. My God. Hello.
Thanks for coming on the show, guys.
Thanks for having us.
We are excited to have you on here. You have no idea.
Super excited.
I know. I feel like we've done this like 1,000 times. Not really 1,000, but you know what I mean? It just feels good and natural. And every time we connect, it's like it's always
over a cold beverage.
Yeah, well, that is true too. It's hot. It's a hot one tonight, though. It's freezing. The winter weather's coming.
Yeah.
It's here.
Right? I know.
Hence why we don't have any internet.
Oh God, don't. Yeah, that's probably, no kidding. So we are excited to share so much about you. Obviously, we know, right, a lot about you too. But yeah, let's hear what's going on. So how did you guys meet? How did you get together?
You had to start with that.
Should I get a step right now?
Oh my God.
You don't want me to tell
we
it.
dated a little bit in high school. Then went our separate ways and found each other at our 15-year high school reunion. And that's where we got back together. But yeah, the first dating experience with her, I kind of screwed that up big time. So that's the story. And so
okay.
Do you really want that story?
Yes, yes. Well, you know.
We were junior year in high school.
Yeah.
Oh my
and we were dating for a few weeks, and then
Somebody dumped somebody right before prom.
well,
Like somebody?
that's
Oh,
true.
no.
I was young and very stupid.
Oops.
Probably turning pretty red right now, but
Yeah.
yeah, I made a huge mistake and took the wrong girl to prom.
My best friend.
Oh my God. This is starting out with a bang. This is like TMZ right now.
What are you doing to me here? So obviously we didn't go to prom together, and she hated me, which I don't blame her, because that's probably the meanest thing I've ever done in my life I can think of. But what's kind of funny, following that, our senior year graduation, they didn't seat it when we're all in the auditorium before we go up and get our diplomas and walk the stage and everything. We're all sitting there in our cap and gowns, and they just seated people random, guy, girl, not alphabetical or anything, and they put us right next to each other. And I think both of our parents still have pictures of us sitting there, and you can almost see the wall of tension between us.
We were like looking away from each other, not even.
She hated me, and I was scared of her. But so we both went our ways after high school, and had our what we call our practice marriages, and neither one of those worked out. So
I like that.
15-year high school reunion.
Yeah.
We met up, and just from the first time we met eyes, I think it was on right then. And
oh.
18. No,
married 18 years.
Married 18. So 19 years later,
That's
still all good.
awesome.
So
Very,
corrected my earlier mistake.
We all have
I'm
those. It's all fine.
I just keep telling him I was waiting for him to get really attached.
Right.
Perfect.
Oh my God.
First thing I said to her when I saw her at that class reunion, I walked up. I had changed a lot because I was really small and skinny in high school, and I gained some weight in the military, and showed up. I'd gotten out of the military by then. I had my goatee and stuff, and nobody there at first recognized me. And Lisa said, "Take your sunglasses off." And I took them off. She goes, "Hi, Pete." And I said, "Are you armed?" So fortunately, she wasn't armed, and it's all good.
Oh, geez.
Oh my God. And the
We
rest
started
of
in that one already.
yeah, right? Wow. That is a crazy story. I love that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good actually. Were you guys
But-
both outdoorsy growing up?
Do you guys do a lot of camping and that sort of things growing up as kids?
I did younger with my family.
Yeah,
you did?
same here.
Okay.
We camped. We went on a lot of what you'll appreciate is our family vacations weren't like big trips out of state. Our family vacations were going up on the Muskegon River. We knew somebody who had some land on the river, and so we would camp and do a canoe trip every year with extended family. And so we used to camp, canoe, bobber and worm fishing. Not trying to get big into fishing, but
That's
so we were
right.
outdoors a lot, but mostly growing up in sports. So we were outdoors all the time, just not always.
Always outdoors, right?
But yeah,
Right.
so as much as we could be.
Right. For sure. So, I mean, I would like to say how we got to know you, right? Like how we got to know like our guests, whatever.
Right.
So
I think
we-
we when we first we were researching.
well, you
we-
wanted no, John
yeah,
said he wanted to get
letting-
into overlanding. I was like,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't even know what overlanding really was. Do you know what I mean? Because he said, oh, let's get Jack into like whatever and get them all like built up or whatever. And I was like, I don't know. So I looked up Michigan overlanding
Yeah.
and Rlvl Overland popped up. And I was
Way
like,
down page. Did you have to scroll a long ways?
no,
No, I think it was
looked up
like
Michigan Overland, and you were like,
top five.
you popped right up, right?
Nice.
And I mean, it was a Jeep, and then the thing that caught my eye is that you were in Ludington State Park, and I was like, well, we've been to Ludington, so I'm gonna like know a little bit about that, right?
Right.
And then I was like, I'm like, look, they're like the same age as us, and they're like camping, and they're like doing outside stuff, and I was like, that's awesome. So I didn't know anything about it, right? I didn't know anything about you two, but I was like, you guys seemed so nice, so normal. Do you know what I mean? And you were like,
Boy, you fooled.
you know, and it was just
Normal.
really cool to connect with you guys,
Mhm.
right? So, right, because that's how. And then I actually looked back. I had to look back at the video, and I had reached out and I said, "Hi, you know, we're like a Michigan couple getting started in YouTube," and I was like, I wanted to get into overlanding, and I found you guys, and just wanted to say hi. If you want to ever reach out, here we are. And I was like, "What a loser!" Like it sounded crazy.
Sounded like a plea.
I know, right? Well, I'm good. Before we go to the next kind of question here, I just want to actually go and put up what Doc said. Doc said, I'm a little confused about what overlanding is. Is it basically backcountry car camping?
If you ask 10 people, you're going to probably get 10 different answers. I've looked it up myself on the internet, and I think the best example that I've seen, or the best explanation, is probably the vehicle version of backpacking. Because true overlanding, you're camping, you're traveling trails and exploring, and then you're camping somewhere else each night. So we don't always do that, but I think that's kind of the best explanation is think of backpacking with your car. So it's a lot like car camping. It's just more off-road oriented.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So combination of camping, off-roading, and throw in some hiking and whatever adventure at your level, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, there you go.
So what?
That's one thing I want to point out. I'm sorry, Johnny. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Finish up.
I was saying when I thought of it, when you know what something means, it makes perfect sense to you. And I thought when I chose the name Rlvl, I thought it was kind of obvious because I knew what it was. But I have a lot of people ask me, what's the Rlvl stand for? And
right.
it's just our level because we like to adventure at our level. So it's just we took the vowels out, keep it short, catchy.
Right.
Yep.
It is. It is.
Some
really
people don't. Yeah, it's easier to spell out.
Did you have the YouTube channel first and then the logo, or did you have the logo then and then developed the YouTube channel?
The logo first, like a couple of years,
okay.
and I didn't know that was going to be our logo when we came up with it. We bought the JK, and the JKs have those big goofy front fenders, and I've always loved elephants. And I told Lisa that Jeep those big fenders remind me of Dumbo ears. So her sister makes stickers and whatever, had the cricket and all that. And so
That's
I just got on the computer and put the Jeep face or the Jeep grill in the elephant face, had her make me that sticker, and I threw it on the Jeep, on the back of the Jeep. And it's a couple of years later, we decided to have a YouTube channel, and I kept trying to come up with little logos that were Jeep grill oriented, like the old Willys Jeep style and everything, and just couldn't come up with a good logo that wasn't just obviously Jeep only, kind of almost trademark brand stuff. And I was walking out to my Jeep one day, and I don't know, I was going to work at a store or something, and I noticed that sticker on the back of my Jeep, and it just hit me that's our logo, because I don't know, it was there. But you know, when you think into it, elephants are an overlanding animal, so it fit. They're my favorite animal, gentle giants. But fortunately, we've got a lot of compliments on it, so it seems to work, and we really like it, so we went with it.
Yeah,
I think
it's great.
It's brilliant.
It's unique, and
we like it. And Lisa pointed out backstage that I'm wearing the blue, Pete's got the blue, you got the gray, and Lisa got the gray. So we're very complimentary tonight. And thanks for the t-shirt.
So what made you start a YouTube channel?
I don't know, it just looked like fun. I really was watching a lot of channels, overlanding. They're more overlanders than I am. They're out west and can really get into off-grid country. But I was watching a lot of channels. When our daughter Brandy was littler, I used to do a little bit of video with her, and it was fun to edit. Just little home video type stuff, shorts with her, and it was a great time. So I don't know. I think we kind of almost stumbled into it just because I liked the little bit of playing with the technology and stuff. Yeah. I actually was thinking about doing a YouTube channel for probably at least 6 months before I actually got the guts to stand in front of the camera, because neither one of us like to be out in front of the cameras. As you know, it took us a long time to talk her into doing this tonight, but it took me a long time just to get the confidence to get on the camera. And what sucks is, because I waited so long, we missed out on what was probably our best trip. When the summer before I started the channel in the fall, and that summer we had done probably at least half of the UP doing the waterfall tour. We went from
very cool.
And you didn't film that at all?
Not hardly anything. We started over at Munising and went across the Lake of the Clouds up to high water, or what is it? High Banks, Copper Harbor.
Oh, High Rock.
So we saw quite a bit and have had a lot of good photographs, but just didn't film it and didn't have the guts to be in front of the camera to do it in a way to do the channel. So that fall I finally got up the courage and started the channel, and I don't think so. You're great, Colleen, but
we're gonna pass it on. So I was like, oh man, I would have loved to seen a video from that trip. I fell in love with the UP last summer. Yeah,
it was an awesome trip. We had our daughter with us, of course, and one of her friends, and all the waterfalls that we hunted down, and it was awesome. I wish I would have filmed it.
There's a ton of waterfalls.
There is. So what's the fascination?
You keep the show. I'll be right
what's
back.
The fascination with the Jeeps? Were you always like Jeep people?
No, when I first got into off-roading, I couldn't afford Jeeps. I couldn't tell you. Everything's fuzzy.
She's worried about being fuzzy.
I got into off-roading a long time before I got into Jeeps. It just at early on it was getting what I could afford. Like I said, I was in the military early on and didn't make a lot of money, and started wheeling what I could afford. And then, as far as off-roading, I'm not a hater. I'll put that out there. I like if you're all wheeling with us, we don't care. But in my mind, at that time, Jeep was where it was at. If you were off-roading, Jeep was where it was at. And once we got into the Jeep, it took a little while because we kind of stick to ourselves a lot. We enjoy going out with other people and doing things, but when we go out, a lot of times it's just us. And so we didn't really get into the Jeep culture right away. We got into Jeep and we're out doing stuff a little bit as we could. And then, I don't even know exactly when we kind of got into the Jeep culture, but it's a culture within its own kind of, and like the overlanding community, there's several different topics you could say that about, but
because we started with the Liberty.
Yeah, we started with the 2004 Liberty. Well, early on I had a YJ and we've had other stuff, but yeah, the first one we wheeled together was our 04 Liberty. We had bought put a couple inch lift on it and 31s, and I was surprised at what it would do. And but yeah, it's just a lot of fun. I love the camaraderie of it, and like I said, that can be said about several topics. We just happen to be into Jeeps.
That's really cool. So with the Jeep thing too, so I mean, you guys have now, so you had a JK, right?
Yeah.
Now for people in the chat, these are like different models of the Jeeps.
Right. And I said had. So Pete and Lisa's Rlvl Overland channel and all their stuff has been based around this beautiful yellow Jeep. Well, we're taking a turn, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So tell everybody what happened. What's going on?
Well, we had that Jeep we've had it for a few years, and it took us a couple years. We didn't get into overlanding type stuff. Earlier on, we were taking it up to rocks and valleys, or we had another two-door TJ that we'd take up that was lifted and everything. We'd take that up to rocks and valleys, and we wanted to, I'm kind of going off track. We wanted to get off of the rock crawling type and just get into more of exploring trails, just milder wheeling, not getting knocked around so much, not doing as much damage as to the Jeep.
Right.
So I'm straying.
That's what happened to the Jeep.
What happened to the Jeep? I don't want to talk about that.
You're gonna bring him
back. There's a restaurant up in Reed City, 7-Slot Grill, that we like to go to. So my daughter wanted to take the Jeep and take her boyfriend up there and show him the 7-Slot Grill. And she's driven my Jeep plenty of times, and so I let her take it. And they left the restaurant right there in Reed City. And if you go north out of town, you catch US 10 over to the expressway and come back south. They were sitting at the red light, sitting completely still, and somebody from their left overshot their turn, had snow on the windshield or something, and basically just drove right into the Jeep. And it didn't. Yeah, it's so frustrating, because the good part is nobody was hurt. It wasn't her fault. She felt horrible. She felt horrible.
Kidding, she did, right?
But, and in the pictures, it didn't. I mean, you could see there was damage, and we're like, all right, they're gonna fix this, no big deal. And we knew there was some damage to the suspension a little bit. So we took it in to the body shop. They did their estimate. Then next thing we know, we're getting a check from the insurance company. So if anybody follows our Instagram and stuff, they saw that we said it's getting fixed. It's going to survive to fight another day. Well, a couple weeks later, we hadn't heard anything. So we called the body shop and just, hey, get an update. Where's it at? And he said he hadn't heard anything yet. He hasn't started on it. And we told him we got the check, but he's like, I don't know why you got a check. The estimate isn't complete. You still have to get the mechanical end of it, because he did the body shop part of the estimate. So then it went to they got the mechanical estimate, and pretty much the way he hit it, our Jeep was lifted, and when he hit it with his Dodge truck, it kind of, the bumpers didn't line up. So they kind of went into each other, and that bent the axle housing. Basically, they said it destroyed all the steering components. The whole front underneath suspension was trash. Well, it's a 09, and we've taken really good care of it. When we bought it, it had been a Florida Jeep, so there was no rust. It's just been in great shape, and we've kept it mechanically good, but it had 204,000 miles. So being an 09 with 204,000 miles, it got very expensive anyway. The fix got
Yeah,
Right.
well
right.
over. I can't even remember what it ended up total. It was
over 13,000
of damage.
Whoa.
So
Wow.
so yeah, then they're like, yeah, it's total. Then they're like, oh man.
Oh,
So
wow.
so it is at the point where we were discussing, kind of strategizing. We're gonna, look up similar Jeeps, get their values. We blue booked it to have ammunition basically because we figured the insurance company would lowball us, and we had a lot of mods, bolt-on mods and stuff with the cage, the bumpers, the tire care,
Right.
everything we done to it.
Right.
And I gotta say they did us right because
Yeah.
I mean, you're never gonna make top dollar from the insurance company. That ain't what they're there for. But we felt like we had already come to an amount in our heads that we were talking that we would settle for,
Right.
thinking we were gonna have to argue to get that. And what they came back with was significantly above it. So we were really happy with what they
Good for
offered
you
us,
guys.
given the situation.
Plus you
Yeah.
got all your stuff.
And they still let us go over and take all of everything I could off
Oh,
of it.
yeah. Absolutely.
The body shop was awesome. They put it in a heated building for me, so I wasn't out. It's cold. It's Michigan winter.
Right.
So they put it in a building out of their way, and I was over there from I think 9 a.m. till 3 p.m. just pulling everything.
Oh my
I got
God.
everything that we've done to it except for the gears and the lift kit. But
That would have been a lot of work.
yeah, everything else I took. So we got a good payoff for it. We feel as good as we could expect, I should say. And then we got all our equipment off of it. So
Right. That's good. At least
But
they
it's
allowed
done.
you to do that. Yeah, for sure. But now
So
we're going
there's-
to start doing like a Liberty build, right?
yeah, we were kind of doing I kind of started a series of a small Liberty build. We
Yeah.
lifted that one and put some bigger tires on it. And that series didn't really go very far because as a daily driver, we had the Wrangler. And so I didn't really go very far with that series, which now it might go a little further.
Yeah.
But
Right.
yeah, so I'm sorry.
No, we're just agreeing.
We're
It's like,
yeah, it's true.
But so yeah, right now that Jeep was paid off, and neither one of us, we talked about it, and we really don't want to get payments, and obviously the used car market is high right now, and we have an extra vehicle. We had my Wrangler, the Liberty, and we got a truck, so we had an extra vehicle. So with that one gone, we still have enough vehicles, and so the plan right now is just to take the Liberty, and I've got an M416 old military trailer I'm kind of redoing, and we're planning on putting a rack on that, putting a tent on it, and doing a mild overland trailer build and going
like
that
it.
route for a while.
that's cool.
That's really cool for sure.
Are you going to paint it the same color as the Liberty?
No. It's going to be some combination probably of olive drab and black. But I kind of
Okay.
thought about doing a color match, but I've also got a 48 Willys that I'm working on.
Right.
And they're not the same color. So which one's going to pull it, which color, I don't know. So
Right.
olive drab.
Very good.
That's cool.
What so you guys travel a lot in Michigan, right? Like I know you've done Traverse City,
Manistee area a lot.
the Manistee area a lot, Interlaken. So what about those areas that you love?
Our go-to is,
Where do you guys like to go? We'll start with Lisa.
yeah, you make it
That's a
top.
good one. I don't even know where.
We love to go to the UP when we have time.
Yes, the
Well,
UP.
that's true.
we
I
prefer.
mean, everybody
Yeah.
loves the UP.
Yeah, but our go-to really for camping and stuff is probably the Manistee, just because it's so easy to get to for us when on a regular weekend. So I would have to say the UP when we have time, or Manistee National Forest.
Or the
as far as-
Manistee National Forest, for sure.
Whereabouts in the UP do you like to go, Lisa?
I'm gonna hurt him.
Just let me know when I'm ready, okay? I'm ready.
Just go ahead.
Just do it, right?
Yeah.
We like to go to UP.
Well, you
I
guys
like to
did
go up where Ruth is, but
Michigami, we got
Michigami, way up.
friends. Yeah, we got friends in Michigami, so
Okay.
it's nice to
I
get
don't
over
even know where
that way.
Michigami is.
southwest of
You gotta use your hands.
Munising. Yeah.
It's over,
backwards.
it's over here.
So if you go,
Yeah, it's over in there.
yeah, if you go past Munising, and people who live up there are probably gonna hate the way I describe this because I think it's Munising and then Ishpeming, then Michigan.
I think so.
Okay. All right.
So, oh, if you ever been to the gorge by Lance, that's a beautiful hike back there.
No, we have not been there either.
Not yet.
No.
Oh,
No.
you gotta do that.
And some people jump off. Some
Yeah,
people don't.
there's
You guys
the
did
gulch.
that?
There's
That's
a
crazy.
place that a lot of people jump off because it's the
No.
rock walls and the river's
I'm
down
out.
below. So
No, I'm out.
No, I am
It's
not
like-
doing that. Not in a million
Let's
years.
go.
No, you and Pete can go. Lisa and I will go. Hey,
No.
hold your beer. Whatever that
In the
looks
water,
like.
you can't even see
It's a
it.
leap of faith, honey.
So there was one thing. So you actually said how you guys normally you travel usually by yourselves, right? It's usually
Yeah.
the two of you, right? You know, maybe your daughter every once in a while.
Right.
But the one thing that we found, especially about overlanders, is they like to travel in groups.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they like to travel a lot, right? So meetups is like a big thing in the overlanding world, but I think it's an even bigger thing in the Jeep world.
yeah, we go to Jeep nights
Yeah, if you're doing
religiously
trail.
through the summer, but
Lots of them just do trail rides, though. They're not
yeah,
actually camping.
right. A lot of day trips, trail rides, but yeah, and you know when we went out with you guys out to Rockford, Illinois, I think it was for the meetup out there with Wanderlust and Northology. It's fun. It's great, and it's a lot of fun to get in groups of like-minded people, and
It is.
so that is a lot of fun. I think a lot of the reason that we go by ourselves is one is just logistics. It's simpler because our schedule in the past with our daughter in sports, we kind of had to
Sure.
be a little bit spontaneous. So
We're always spontaneous.
yeah. So
Yeah,
that, and when doing the channel, it's I hate to be that guy, even though a lot of people are cooperative and some people don't like it. When you're by yourself, you don't have to interrupt everybody else's day trip to stop and set up your camera, get the shots. When you're by yourself, you can do that as much as you want.
And you can get up
So-
when you want or start when you want or whatever that looks
Right.
like. I agree. That is true.
So that end of it's just simpler, but there's a trip we do every year or we try to attend every year as much as we can based on our schedule up by Wolverine with some friends that invite us along. And that's a group trip every year. And it's a blast. I'm not against group trips.
Yeah.
I think it just is the convenience of going by yourself and I don't know.
Is that Wolverine trip? Is that the one with the elk?
Yes, the elk run. Yeah.
Oh,
elk run.
tell us about that.
Typically 2 weeks prior to their elk run, we do what we call the pre-run, and that's usually just the guys go up and kind of scout it, and we'll camp in different places and kind of trail ride, do a lot of that, and then 2 weeks later they'll do their actual elk run, and that we take the wives and kids, whoever wants to go. It's family oriented. We stay at one campground all weekend and venture out from there and go see the elk in the evenings and trail ride and explore. And it's just a great time. We're sitting around a campfire, in the evenings with good friends. And
How do you know where the elk is?
Well, we don't always see them. Sometimes you just get to hear them.
There's very set viewing places because of where the elk herd basically lives. And there's spots where to go every evening. And if they come out before dark, you get to see them quite often. If some nights, like when we were there last time, they didn't come out till after dark.
Too cold.
So
It was just cold. Okay. Because I know that when we drove up to the UP, whatever, like a couple weekends ago, there's a sign on the road that says tune in to whatever station to get the update on the elk herd.
Yeah.
So are people monitoring them or something?
I think the DNR pretty much does because they are protected.
Okay.
So yeah, and it's a local herd up there, so I think they pretty much know the general area they're in at all times for the most part.
Crazy. And then I was gonna say that we met you guys up at the other another big Jeep event, which is
Thursday night Jeep meetup.
The Thursday night Jeep night thing, right?
Jeep
like that's
night,
fun.
Yeah, up at the brewery.
So
Yeah,
how does that go? What's that all about?
It's just it's Jeep night. Everybody, it just, everybody shows up. They actually block off the parking lot I think at 6 o'clock. And if you're not in a Jeep, you got to park across the street or on the street, whatever the parking lots.
I know our lonely
just for Jeeps that night. Yeah, and so it's just fun. You go there, we have dinner, it's a brewery, so you have whatever drink you're wanting that night, and just hang out with Jeep people out in the parking lot or out in the beer garden. And
there you go. That's fun.
It's
very fun.
It's nice to.
And then I know when I first moved here, we had friends that have ride bikes, right? Yeah. And their thing was they would go up to Bitely and do with the blessing of the bikes.
Blessing of the bikes. Yeah.
Well, the same thing for you guys, right?
Yeah, I've been to the blessing of the bikes back when we had a bike, and yeah, kind of same. We go to the Jeep blessing also.
So what is that like?
Where's that located?
Yeah, what is that all about?
Blessing of the Jeeps is in Mesick, and so that's up north of here. But same thing. It's just a massive gathering. They have obstacle courses. It's been going on for years and years. So they have a huge obstacle course with different levels of obstacles.
Yeah.
Everything from stock Jeeps to whatever build you bring. I mean, some of them are pretty extreme.
I watched your video that y'all did on that. It seemed like there was more trailer Jeeps than driven Jeeps. It seemed like.
What do you mean?
We didn't take much video out in the parking lot, but that's one thing about that place is I enjoy walking the parking lot as much as I enjoy being in the event, inside the gates and watching the event, because the obstacle course can be hard to see because of the crowds and it goes through the woods and stuff. But you walk around that parking lot and there's thousands of Jeeps and all different levels of modifications. It's awesome just to walk around and see them all.
Did you see
Frank?
Was there a lot of old Willies up there and anything?
Yeah, there was actually right up by the entry was a really nice looking white FC, which is a forward control of the flat nose Jeep pickup, and that one was pretty sharp. There's a lot, all different. There's not as many as the older ones, I think, just because of the rarity of them, but also they're 40 miles an hour, so it takes a long time to get there. But yeah, there's everything you can think of. There's so many of them there. There's quite a range.
Right, because the Willies are only top end at 45, right?
I say downhill with wind behind you.
Right. If you can get an overdrive for them to push a little bit more, but I don't have the overdrive, so when mine is running right now, the engine's not an engine stand, but is 40, 45 probably top.
I remember
can't be in a hurry.
my uncle had one. He's ex Coast Guard. He was a Huey mechanic, so he worked on all the Hueys for the Coast Guard, and he had an old Willys. I remember him telling me that. He said top end 45, and he would take it to these big mud bogging events and stuff like that, and you see these huge monster trucks with their big fat tires getting stuck out in the mud. He said he would just drop the low gear on his Willys, go out there, let the thing sink down to the mud, and then pop it and just go right through the mud and not even skip a beat. And all these guys are watching their trucks. They're going like, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy how capable they are. Yeah, well, you look at them and you don't think much because we see so many big, huge lifted off-roaders now, and you wouldn't think these little Willies can do anything, but it's amazing what they're capable of.
Right. Now, what's the body style in the comparison? So from your 48 to we'll just say a MASH 4077 style Jeep. Is that the same body?
That's a good question.
Is that the same body style?
No. Mine is a CJ2A. So that was the first generation. It's a 48 CJ2A. So that's first generation, not first year, but first generation of the civilian version, and is agricultural. Mine still has the bolt holes in the bed for mounting a 3-point hitch system that they had. But in MASH, some of them that you'll see in MASH are an MB, the military, true military version. And there's little things, you'll notice the more you get to know Jeeps, the little, like a 2A has a split windshield, a 3A has solid windshield. They look almost identical. So there's little changes through the years. But on MASH, they had like the MBs and then some M38s those had a little bit more of the rounded hood and rounded fenders. And she knows all about all that.
Is that particular model pretty sought after?
What's that?
Is that particular model pretty sought after?
The M38?
Yeah.
Which one?
Or no, like the MASH style one, the MB.
The MBs, yeah, those are awesome. Because they're the true military ones. Those are the ones that people say that's the one that won the war.
Yeah, I mean
So
the steering wheel, it looks like a half.
Yeah, definitely all here. Yeah,
Well, it didn't have
awesome.
power steering, so you really had to crank it.
There you go.
Right?
Well,
Yeah.
I know that you guys were a first for us because we wanted to and had never been out trail riding. And you guys were like, hey, let's plan something. We'll go camping. And we said, like, yeah, like that sounds like an awesome idea. We had no idea where to go.
Mm-hmm.
So you did some scouting, right? To kind of like get a trail and a campground.
Scouting, we went trail riding. We call it scouting. We were just having fun.
So is that how you normally do things? Like, is that what you try and do, is get out there and have a little peek first? And
No. Sometimes we'll just wing it. That's sometimes the most fun because you don't know what you're going to see, where you're going to go.
right.
A lot of dead ends.
A lot of dead ends.
Okay.
But GPS will find your way home. But then there's a lot of times if it's not a spur of the moment trip, I'll get on Gaia GPS and kind of scout out some trail systems, and I might create a route, or we might just get an idea, see where there's a lot of trails mixed into a small area, to where there's a good amount of not just one trail you're going to pass through. It gives you an assortment. So if we're up there all weekend, we can hit different trails. And
Right.
so Gaia GPS is pretty cool. There's others out there, Onyx, and but so it's hit or miss. Sometimes, like say, if it's planned, we'll scout it.
You can wing it along the way.
Yeah, but when we were on
That's
the
more
trip
fun.
with you guys, you were it was all fluid. Like I felt like you knew exactly where we were going. I mean,
Not
maybe
really.
we
Well,
did. I don't know.
Well, not when we went down the Raspberry Trail.
Well, that's true too.
Ooh.
That is true. But
That was awesome.
I know that was awesome. So a couple things that I was I know, right? That
It's
I was
okay. She's Canadian. It's not her first language.
Whoa, time out, Pete.
Yeah, no way.
No.
No way, eh?
No, there's like two things that I didn't know that much about. So one was we were sharing trails with
Side by sides.
ORV riders or whatever. And there was like commands and hand signals and stuff like that. So
It's called trail.
I think we passed, I want to say it was like 5 of them. So the first guy holds up like 4 fingers, so there's 4 more behind him. And then the next guy, 3, 2, 1. And the last guy will hold up his fist to let you know that he's the end of the line. And because we pulled off to the side and let them all through. So that's basically what that was. Just some nice etiquette on the trail by them to let us know what to expect, and that is safe to pull back on the trail without having to, one more that maybe fell behind that we didn't know about come flying.
Right. Absolutely.
Agreed.
And then we ended up getting to a spot where there was quite a big puddle, right? Or water, whatever. And we didn't plow through it. We didn't go like crazy, tread lightly, whatever.
It was just a small puddle, nothing crazy.
Have you guys ever been in a spot where it's been like, oh crap?
Yeah.
Up in we had when on Drummond Island.
I thought swimming.
We had that TJ, the 2-door Wrangler, and it had, I think, a 3.5-inch lift on 33s. It's set up there pretty decent. and we had water coming in on the floorboard on her side because the plug was on the floorboard. So that one, the good thing is that anybody who's been on Drummond knows exactly the straightaway we're talking about, but it's a really solid rock bottom. So you aren't going to get stuck. It's just deep water. So it can make you nervous if you don't realize that it's a rock bottom, but I had already been told that from other friends who've been up there. So I knew what to expect. I just wasn't sure how deep the water was going to be. So we just kind of eased through it. And I mean, we didn't have any issue other than a little bit of water in the floorboard of her side.
Holy moly.
Jack would be swimming.
I know. I feel like
Yeah, you wouldn't want to take Jack there.
It's not ready. I don't think it's
Well,
very,
he would make it if we got a snorkel.
we are not getting a snorkel. I don't like that. It's a terrible look. Terrible. Terrible.
Oh, it's good for dust, too.
I agree.
Right. Ugh, terrible.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
Johnny driving a snorkel.
just wait. You
You
come
just
home,
wait,
you'll see.
Yeah, sure. The one thing that I took away from you two, either first getting to know you on YouTube, and then obviously getting to know you by like hanging out with you, whatever, you guys are pretty good cookers.
By you guys, you mean her.
Lisa,
We make a great team because she likes to cook and I like to eat. No, I don't. When I was single between marriages for a long time, I cooked to survive, but she can cook. I can eat.
Lisa
She
can
cook.
cook. That is true.
What's your favorite thing to cook, Lisa?
when I'm out on the trail,
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, out and about on the trail.
the egg roll in the bowl. Yeah.
That's
I
probably
agree.
our most
Yeah.
common go-to.
I
Oh, you
agree.
had it that time, yeah.
What?
That was good, wasn't it?
It was. I remember I got in trouble because I went over to their campsite to try it, and I come back and with an empty plate, and you're like, "Where is it?" And I'm like, "There was only enough for one."
No, it was just so good she ate it all.
I totally ate it.
Uh-huh.
It was delicious.
Thanks for
But
sharing.
we have made that recipe, and it really is delicious. So I appreciate that.
It's filling.
Yeah.
It is. But you guys cook on the
It's keto.
thingy.
The discata.
The disc. Yeah, the disc.
The homemade disc. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah. Tell everybody what you made and how you did it because I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's well, we watch all the videos and we're, that another part of that story is there's so much that you see on the video, all these people using all top price name brand equipment. And we're just, we not only do we adventure at our level, we shop at our level. But
I know.
we saw the Scotto that everybody's using and they're $400. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah, it's
it's
crazy.
really cool.
Are they
But I'm not paying $400 for a cooking disc. It's a
outta
farm
here.
disc. So what I did is I got online. I found it's the Bayou Classic is the brand, and I've seen another one recently that's even cheaper. It's
Okay.
Carolina something.
Like
You can
yeah,
find them if you Google. It's a pre-seasoned cast iron disc,
right.
and it's not as deep as a wok, but it's not flat either, so that everything goes to the middle of it.
Yeah.
So we bought that. It comes with like 9 or 10 inch little stainless steel legs. So I bought some aluminum tubing and cut them off at, I don't know, like 32 or 36 inches. And I put I got a video on it. Watch my video.
You have a video on it. Yeah.
But so basically I slide those legs onto the legs and let gravity hold it up. So it's at waist level, nice cooking level. And then I bought a little one burner, propane burner to put up under it. And there's a little way I connect it to it that's really simple. And so basically I made a cheaper version of a Scotto and it works great. We really like it. And I think the disc, buying the aluminum tube, the burner, everything, I think I came up with like about $100 and right around $105 rather than $400. And that does kind of seem expensive for a cooker to me as well, but we use it a lot.
Right. I think it's a game changer out there. I think it's really
Yeah.
cool. I was really
I
impressed.
mean, it's just like you're cooking anything, and
Right.
you got that almost like a bold griddle kind of a thing.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
pretty amazing. So, but we know that Lisa cooks awesome, right? But
Mhm.
Steve, you know how to cook in a trash can.
Oh,
yeah.
that's my go-to on Thanksgiving. My trash can turkey.
What the
A
heck is a
lot of
trash
years.
can turkey?
What's that?
What is a trash can turkey?
It's my brother years and years ago told me somebody taught him how to do it, and he taught me, and so this is how I make our Thanksgiving turkey every year.
Okay.
You take, it's basic. You take as close as you can get to a 20-pound turkey.
Okay.
20-pound bag of charcoal, and I want to say it's a 20-gallon.
I think it's 15.
A trash can.
No.
The galvanized steel trash can.
Yeah.
Right.
Put it in a bonfire and burn the galvanized first. You want all that off of it because that's not healthy.
Okay.
Right.
So burn that can in a bonfire. Get all that galvanized off. But what you do is we lay out a bunch of tinfoil on the ground, and you put a stake. I have a little stand that has a stake sticking straight up, and you slide the turkey down on that, so he's standing completely upright.
Okay.
Lather him up with butter. You can inject them, do whatever you want. We generally just put butter on him and season him, and then you take the trash can and put it upside down over him, and you put charcoal on the top, which is the bottom of the can, but it's upside down. So you put charcoal on top,
Okay.
charcoal all the way around up against the can, and you light it. So a 20-pound charcoal, 20-pound bird, 20-gallon can, 2 hours is the recipe.
Good.
And what it does, once you light it, if it's windy and pulling the heat off of it, maybe a little longer, but you basically light it and walk away from it, and it's up, the can's upside down, so it traps in all the moisture, and it just, you take that can off and you're just like, oh, because it's a golden brown, just
Never.
moist, delicious turkey. It's the best.
I've never heard of that before, and I was like, when I saw that, I was like, get out of here.
Creating an oven outside.
Yeah, you're creating an oven.
It's so
Exactly.
good. I've never done it, but I've ate they deep fry the turkeys. A lot of people that's popular. This is still my favorite way. I think this is the most delicious turkey done that way.
Has to check out the trash can turkey recipe.
They call that a dirty bird?
Maybe a dirty bird. I like that for sure.
When I was stationed in Alaska is when my brother taught me about it. I was home visiting one time, and I took it back up there to my friends, and we were out camping. We used to ride ATVs and try to ride out to the glacier and spend a weekend of ATVing and camping up there. And I told my friends about this, so I made the turkey out there, and it's literally the first time I'd ever done it. So I'm kind of telling my friends and bragging it up how cool this is and how good it is. And I'm about to pull this can off this bird, and then I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I never have actually done this myself. And I'm thinking, I hope I didn't ruin this, and it's so hot, and I got these leather gloves. I pull the can away, but I'm looking away, and all I hear is all my friends in the group. There's probably 15 of them around the bird, kind of like a campfire scene, And I'm pulling this can away, with my eyes closed because of the heat, and I just hear them all go, ooh, and I'm like, uh-oh, and I pull the can away and look, and sure enough, man, just golden brown, and it was awesome. It turned out great. Awesome. So it's an easy thing to do when you're camping too, because you light it and walk away from it.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That's very, very cool.
I know. We had Todd and Elise in our element on last week.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were kind of, watching their videos and everything, we realized we had a lot of gear in common with them, like same stuff. And same with you guys. I really feel that our overlanding,
we have a couple things.
Yeah.
We have a fridge. What else do we have? Cookstar.
Is our stove the same as you guys?
No.
The bread stove, the bread stove?
We don't even, since she started cooking on the disc, we don't even take our 2-burner with us anymore.
Oh my gosh.
I can't remember the last time we've taken that with us.
Right.
Yeah, I think the only thing we have in common is the fridge.
Really? I thought we had like the thing was the same. The trash can. I know, right? That's pretty funny stuff. Right?
I think that's a different kind of trash can thing.
Yeah. And you're gonna stick with the rooftop tent? You think, right? You're not gonna get a tent?
We love the rooftop tent.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like I said earlier, we're planning on putting that on top of the trailer.
Right.
Once you get the 416 trailer done, putting that up there, but Yeah, we really like the rooftop tent scene.
That's awesome.
So I mean, it's going to be a little lower to the ground
Right.
now with the trailer. Are you going to build the trailer taller?
I don't want to go too tall with the trailer because I don't want to make it top heavy. I've seen a lot of videos where people roll them over out on the
yeah,
trails.
we have.
That's more out west of Rougher, but yeah, I don't want to go too high. I think I'm gonna go. The trailer I have does not have a tailgate. It's an old military trailer that didn't have a tailgate back then, and I'm not putting one into it. So I've got to have room to get our gear in and out. So that's what I'm gonna base the height on. I want the rack high enough to be able to easily get my gear in and out of there, like a tote. But
Right.
I don't want to go any higher than that, so it won't be
Probably
as high.
you're probably looking at what, maybe anywhere from 24 to 36 inches, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully closer to 18 to 24.
Right.
I'm gonna keep it pretty low if I can.
Really low.
That way I can reach it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, we're not very tall. So you saw us when we were closing up our rooftop tent. You saw me climbing up on top of the Jeep and climbing around. So
I know.
I couldn't reach everything very good from the ground. So on the trailer being lower, it'll be easier to reach, and so that'll be helpful.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it might even be quicker.
well, here you go.
Yeah.
Like, Doc said that rooftop tents look really interesting, and Doc, same thing. So I'd never been in one before, but I kind of got up and kind of peeked around in yours and everything, and it was like, wow, like they're pretty spacious, pretty awesome, and
Yeah.
once people have them, they don't want to go sleep on the ground anymore.
And what style rooftop tent do you guys have again?
What is it?
The one we have now is a Smittyville XL,
Right.
second Gen 2. We had the Gen 1, and it's about the size of a full-size bed, and we loved it. We
That's really
actually
nice.
loved it. The thing that we found out about them that we didn't think about is it's so much warmer being up that far off the ground. But we had the Gen 1 Smittyville, and the only reason we loved it, it held up good for the year that we used it. And we used it a lot that first year, but we wanted just more room. It was plenty of room for us to sleep in, but we were kind of thinking at some point we want to do more cold weather. And so we just wanted more room to throw a bag beside of us because it's so big, it's a king size. And now, so she sleeps down one side. I kind of sleep more in the middle. And then we have room to the other side to throw our bags or our clothes. And if we want to put our little buddy heater up there and warm up the tent, we've done that.
Oh, I thought you were going to say my little buddy Frank.
No, I don't take Frank up there, man.
He's not little.
No, he ain't little, and that dude sheds too much.
I know.
So we went with the second one just because it's bigger, and we went with the full kind of like the porch roof type, over the ladder. The other one, the ladder was exposed more, and so.
Yeah, I mean, and do you have the material to create that vestibule underneath
The annex?
The annex, yes. Thank you.
With the first one, we had the annex, and that was really nice because we put a full-size air mattress down there. My daughter and one of her friends stayed down there. Other times, my daughter put a big cot down there, and Frank slept with her.
Right.
And down there,
closed it off. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, I got you now.
Yeah, full room. Yeah. So it can be a second bedroom. It can be a bug room, whatever you want. So with the first tent, we had that. When we sold it, our daughter, she's 17. She's a senior in high school. She doesn't go with us as much. So when we sold that whole setup, we didn't buy the annex with the second one.
Okay.
We kind of were weighing to see if she was still going to camp with us or not, see if we wanted to invest that into it. But if she's not going, then we didn't want to put that extra money into that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure. I know
they seem really, really nice. I mean, the ability to, stand up at right on the side, change or whatnot, and and keep yourself dry, taking off your boots or whatnot.
Yeah, it's a nice feature for sure.
Yeah, it is. It's nice because, like I said, it can be a mud room. The floor zips out of it, so you could use that for your shower stall, whatever you want. So it's got a nice rubberized floor.
That's actually pretty cool.
What's your what would you say is your favorite piece of gear that y'all use and or have?
Your favorite?
I already told you mine's the cooking because
Oh,
I
yeah.
just cook. I did. I told them
Yeah.
earlier.
The disc.
Yeah.
Yeah, the disc for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the fridge, the refrigerator versus a cooler.
That's a game
That's a
changer.
real
Yeah.
yeah, I was just gonna say that's real game. You know, not ever having to dump the water out, refill the ice when you're out camping all weekend. Sometimes you've got to deliberately go somewhere to find ice, and
Right.
so that was a huge change. That was another thing we
With
did.
the rooftop tent, it's not easy to just go look for ice.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I agree. Because
Tear
once
down the
you're
tent,
set
go
up,
get
you're
ice.
set up. Exactly.
You're set up.
That is true.
Yeah, you got to
That's
break
maybe
it
the
up.
thing with the trailer.
That is true.
Yeah.
One of the things that actually one of the first 2 videos I know that we had watched of you guys, you were out and about and you were camping and you went for a little bit of a walk, but you always take a little bit of a trash bag with you.
Yeah, you
And
know,
you're
the whole
always-
pack in, pack it out thing and trash,
You're
you know.
picking up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I ain't out there to clean everybody's mess up. It can get a lot. But we try to do our part, and if we're in a campsite, the one we went to you with, even just the fire pit was full of trash.
Yeah.
Couldn't even use it until we cleaned that out. But you know, we try to leave it better than we found it, do our part to clean up. And unfortunately, a lot of people like to just leave their garbage behind. But
Yeah.
Yeah, sad.
so
But and you
Yeah.
were doing, and we were doing it on the trail too. I mean, you stopped,
right,
right? And then
Yeah.
pick up and we put in the
That's-
trasharoo in the
That's
back.
the
and-
benefits of having a trasharoo on the back of the vehicle.
Right. Exactly.
yeah,
Trash is
Yeah.
on the outside, not the inside.
Right. So I
yeah, yeah.
feel like that's pretty
That
cool.
thing's great. That trash
yeah.
is great too. 'Cause
Right.
we move firewood with it. We keep a trash bag in it because I don't want to just throw garbage straight in it and make it all smelly and nasty. So I put a trash
Oh,
bag
yeah.
in it.
Totally agree. Yeah, I mean it's a great wood hauler, no doubt about it.
That's totally what it's been for us. It seems like. So what's next? So we're gonna do the Liberty build further, right?
Yeah, yeah. Got a little bit of plans for that.
Right.
Well, let's talk about your little new endeavor that you just started this week.
I love it.
The
The
Tell us
passenger
what it is,
seat.
Kate.
Oh, that's not mine.
That- Well, you know what? As the Michigan winters get cold and we don't winter camp, we want to start doing a little more when it's not extremely cold because we both hate being cold. But I just, I don't want to force videos like, not to knock anybody, but there's a lot of channels that, I don't want to sit here and show you guys 5 ways of making coffee. You know how to make coffee. I don't need to show you 5 different ways. I don't want to put out forced content just to put it out, and my content's probably boring enough without forcing it. But I thought it'd be something fun to do to not just something to do to have fun, talk off-roading with people, and just it is. I don't want to say this in the wrong way, but it's kind of the idea was to filler video, put videos out still that aren't just garbage kind of, and do something fun and be able to make some videos when we're not out on the trail and not getting the outdoor content. But
Right.
Just
So it's
that'd
called
be fun to do.
In the Passenger Seat.
Yep,
In the
The
passenger
passenger
seat
seat,
or
in
the
the
passenger seat.
the passenger seat.
And who is gonna be in the passenger seat? Like, who are you gonna chat with?
I don't know. Whoever I get,
Okay.
it'll be random. Whoever I happen to get when I want to do one. It's not going to
Okay.
be a weekly show. It's it's
Okay.
recorded. It ain't going to be live. So
Okay.
just as I get opportunities to invite people and the passenger seat. If for those of you who didn't watch it, I kind of got the idea when I was watching one of my videos. I was making one of my videos, and I've got my 48 Willys sitting out in my shop, and I got a big blue tarp separating a section of my shop that I can heat easier. And so I was doing a video, and I was like, I'm just gonna sit in the Jeep and talk to the camera a minute. And I was watching that back, and I was like, that's what kind of got the idea. It'd be cool to do like an interview there.
Right.
So the passenger seat is the passenger seat of my 48 Willys. I set the camera up in front of it. Me and my buddy Tony did the first one, and we just sat there in the Jeep with the camera on us. I have some questions I run him through, and future guests will, and just some standard questions. When did you get into off-roading kind of thing? What are you driving now? What's your favorite?
Yeah.
Those kind of things, and just chat. while we're sitting there and what are you laughing at?
Shit.
She's reading the chat and laughing.
I know. Well, we're looking at the chat. That's why.
I'm not reading them at all, so I don't know what people are laughing
And Jason's so nice.
at.
I bet he makes really good coffee.
This is we just did our coffee review
Oh
video.
yeah.
The whole channel is based off different ways to brew
But
coffee.
Oh no, you do it right though. Your videos are great, man. I'm not knocking you. That wasn't on you. I like your videos.
He's like, oh, brother.
Oh,
But I
you're
do.
getting in all kind of trouble tonight.
I'm sorry.
So, what's the do you have a basis of content that your passenger seat's gonna be about?
Well, being a Jeep guy, I wrote all these questions out. What's your favorite Jeep? Where's your favorite? But it's gonna be over off-road in general. Just about if you're a Jeep guy, or if I get you in the seat, it's gonna be talking about your Subaru and our overlanding and hiking or whatever. I got the questions that I'll ask you, but they're not gonna be Jeep specific. It's just have a good time, chat in front of the camera. Talk off-roading, whatever it may be. If it's a Jeep, if it's a Bronco, if it's a Subaru, it's all good. I don't care what you're driving.
I think it's brilliant.
Cool.
I feel like you're going to have a big, long list of people to chat with.
The hard part is it's in the passenger seat. So it's got to be in person. It's not like, like us, we're in two totally separate places. So I got to get people over here and hopefully down the road, like I mentioned in the first video, I'm going to get the engine back in that thing, get it running. We'll do some of these out in the woods.
Yeah.
And out on the trail.
There you go. A remote.
A remote. I do love
Yeah,
that.
on location.
On location.
Right now, location's out in my shop.
That's perfect too, right? Because in the wintertime,
But it's warmer in the shop.
I know.
Right. Oh yeah, stoke up.
I don't think does the Willys have a heater?
It's in here. It's just whatever pumps through. No, it doesn't. I mean, you can get them, but mine does not and will not.
No. Okay.
So
It's a summer
Crazy.
This
vehicle.
could be on location during the summertime.
That's right.
the funny thing is,
And dry.
When I bought it, the only time I've actually taken it wheeling was in the winter, and I bundled up just like you're riding a snow machine or a quad or whatever, and bundled up, and drove it, and had a great time.
That's cool.
Very awesome.
That's really cool.
Then pulled the motor rebuilt, and that's where it sits.
What's next for Rlvl Overland?
There's gonna be a lot of change, obviously, with the Wrangler. The key element in the videos is gone, so that's a little heartbreaking.
Yeah, we can't even camp yet.
Yeah, so like I say, getting focusing on that trailer. The M416 build series is going to continue because that's the main goal right now, is get that trailer ready for spring and be able to get the tent on that so we can get out there. I don't want to put the tent on the Liberty. It's again with the top heaviness and so the M416 is the goal.
That's cool.
Then hopefully the 48, get that out this year, hopefully.
Okay. And then any trips in the books?
Go
ahead.
What's the I have to ask real quick, what sits next to the 48?
That's my buddies. We think it's between a 66 and 69. It's an early CJ5.
In Pete's garage?
Is that like an old post office style Jeep?
No, but it's the old tops kind of. I see why you think that, the way they're rounded, but that one's not. It's the old Postal Service ones were called DJ5s, and they're the right-hand drive. This is about that same era, but it's just a normal CJ5. But it's kind of cool because being what they call an early CJ5, Jeep went from Willys, Bantam, and Ford built the earliest ones in the war era, and then Kaiser Willys, and then AMC Jeep, and then later Chrysler, Mopar, and now whoever owns it, Peugeot, I think. But that one is a Kaiser Willys. So if you pop the hood, it looks a lot like, and the running gear all look a lot like the early flat fenders. It was in that transition period where they got the rounder fenders and the rounder look like the later CJ5s, but the motor and drivetrain and undercarriage is all still like the old Willys.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
pretty interesting vehicle, pretty cool. But it's one of my buddies that he brought it over and kind of same idea I have. We want to fix them up and just trying to find time to do it. So
There
I
you
guess that's
go.
next to.
Outside conferences. My first car was a 78 CJ5 with the 304 V. Oh my God.
That's a death.
Oh.
That's a death trap.
My buddy in Alaska had
wheelbase.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, short wheelbase, big motor. My buddy in Alaska had a CJ5 with the V8 in it, factory. In Alaska is one of the states where you get the vehicle inspections. He just put all new, brand new exhaust on it, pulled into the inspection, and it was rumbling because it's a V8. The guy didn't even start the inspection. He goes, dude, don't waste your money. It's going to fail. And then my buddy's like, well, why is it going to fail? He said, I can hear your exhaust leak. He's like, no, I got all brand new exhaust. It ain't leaking. What are you talking about? He's like, I can hear it. And he's like, going back and forth, finally he opened the hood. It's a V8. The guy didn't know they put V8s in them. So he rolls into the V8 rumbling. The guy thought he had exhaust leak. He passed. He passed his inspection.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot of motor for a little vehicle.
Oh yeah, that was a big thing in high school.
I don't even know what that car is. Whatever.
You did. We'll just say you didn't.
I don't know.
You
I
didn't
don't
take
know.
corners very fast.
Okay. There.
Hey, Colleen,
Yes.
with any luck, someday we'll introduce Jeeps to Canada.
Don't stop it. Just stop it. My gosh. So what's next? Do you have any trips you know what? We have to put Pete and Lisa's the YouTube in there too, honey. But what's any trips are planned?
Yeah.
What do you got? What's
Trip?
coming up? Yeah.
She started a new job this year, so we're not sure how vacations are going to play out. And our daughter is going this summer to Fort Jackson, South Carolina, to boot camp. She joined the Army National Guard.
Well, congratulations to her. Tell her thank you.
I'll do that. But so we know we're going to be making a trip down to the Carolinas to see her graduation from boot camp. Other than that, again, it's going to be fairly spontaneous summer, and obviously we got to make some plans with you guys and get out again.
Yeah, 100% for sure.
Yeah, because you were planning on the Outer Banks when we went to North Carolina, but the Jeep.
we had planned on. We had a plan we had a trip all planned for the Outer Banks the year COVID hit and shut everything down. So that that trip was planned, was happening. We were going to the Outer Banks, and we've got relatives down in the Carolinas as well. So we're gonna do several things while we're down there. And then COVID hit and shut down everything. So we didn't go that year. So we were planning this year to take a week off and kind of camp our way down there, hit Outer Banks, go to our daughter's boot camp graduation and visit some family down there. And then of course the Jeep got wrecked. So not sure if we're going to want to take the liberty and the trailer all the way out to the Outer Banks or how we're going to play that. So I don't know. Stay tuned.
Right. Stay tuned. Exactly. Sure. And
so, hey, everybody, just to let everybody know in the chat, I put Rlvl's YouTube and his Instagram channels in there. So please go check them out.
Definitely. Absolutely.
Give them a like and such.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure. But I know you've had, where'd I like to go? Texas. You've had like Texas on the brain a little bit, maybe like a little retirement.
More than a little bit.
Okay. So does
hey, this snows in Texas too, just saying.
Does Texas have like a big overlanding culture?
They're a lot of Western, I don't know if it's considered Western, West Texas. Now you made me draw a blank. There's the Texas Hill Country, and there's an area down there. I'm drawing a blank. There's an area down there, anyways, that's popular to go down to, but that's not really our reason for going down there. But it is more accessible to warmer climate, more Western overlanding than Michigan. We both grew up here, and we hate being cold the older we get, so we want to move somewhere warm someday.
We want to move somewhere warm too.
So
yeah. Direction.
You need
I
thicker
don't
socks.
know if you know what worm is and the direction you're headed. Your geography's a little off.
Right?
We're
Not
going the
envy you
opposite, we're
though,
going
if
the
you guys
opposite
got fun with
direction.
I know. We're going north. Exactly. You guys are going to go south and we're going north. Like, come on.
that. Someday, yeah.
Right.
I mean, we ain't going anywhere soon. It's a down the road plan. I've got
Right.
18 years in the company. I ain't leaving, and
There you go.
our
There you
daughter's got college still to go
go.
and
Lots
stuff
of
like that.
plans
So,
going on.
someday, hopefully.
Absolutely. No, that's really cool. The I know it just popped in my head. I remember when you guys were scouting the tree. Yeah, just like that. It just looks like it popped out of piece and it popped into my head. I know. When you guys were when you were doing the when you were scouting, right? He's mimicking me. Stop it. When you were scouting for our trip together, the four of us. I'm not going to talk. I'm going to sit on my hands.
Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but the funny thing is we wore the same color shirts and we have the same problem because she's always messing with me about talking with my hands.
There you go. We're like people, you and me, Pete. That's right.
Right?
What I was going to say was that was the time that you guys saw a bear.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
like
we just
an elusive bear, right?
Yes. It's funny because we could not get I should have just left the camera on the whole time because I'm like putting it down, we're looking for him, we spot him, bring the camera up, and as soon as we bring the camera up, we like duck down. So it wasn't a big lie and clickbait. We really did see a bear. We just could not get that stupid thing on the camera. But it's funny because I mean we saw him cross the road, then we saw where he went in, we stopped and backed up, and we're looking into the trees, and she's looking one way, I'm looking the other, and she spots him. And as soon as I bring the camera up, he went down in the bush and started running, and we pulled forward a little ways, and I'm looking out there, and just like freaking Mickey Mouse, he's standing with his big ears out, you know,
Right.
and just staring right at us, standing up. I'm like, holy crap! Pulled the camera up, and he went down and missed him, and so we're
He's
backing and go.
He's a little camera shy.
Yeah, probably,
He
right?
was. Yeah, then we're going back and forth looking for him, and then she's like, there he is. He's crossing the road like 200 yards in front of us. So we just could not get him on the camera.
Sure.
So I know I felt bad because I'm like, okay, we're telling him we saw a bear, but we can't prove it.
He didn't say they were going to see a bear. He said we
Trust
saw
us.
it.
Yeah,
Good.
we didn't promise you were
my
going to see it.
gosh.
We saw it. Yeah, that was
Very
cool.
fun. Yeah, for sure. We have never seen any animals out in the wild like that.
Yes, we have.
Bear?
No, you said
No.
animals.
Oh, I just animals.
Yeah, I saw Johnny a couple times out in the woods out there.
No, we saw that raccoon. Remember the raccoon that we were by the campfire?
Yep.
Remember?
No.
Yes.
I know.
Sneaky bugger.
Yeah, sneaky bugger.
That's right. That
So
Yeah,
was
we had to run him off from our
A beaver.
campsite.
yeah.
What else have we seen? Porcupine.
Johnny, it's the family show.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
It was an American beaver, not a Canadian beaver.
Oh, my God. Stop it. Cut it out right now. It's going south real fast.
With that raccoon, we had to run him off though.
I know. He
He's
was
trying to
not
come
afraid.
right up into our campsite. I
No.
think that's the one that got our
No.
trash bag that night.
Someone was a sloppy cook.
It was a sloppy cook. What are you talking about?
Did I say you?
Oh, no. You did.
Oh.
Oh, you looked at me when
Guilty.
you said that.
Guilty. She admitted, I'm not a sloppy cook.
I just know that
Yeah.
it's been like really nice to meet you guys and get to know you and hang out with you and
Oh, yeah.
and
It's been a
been,
lot of fun.
it's been lots of fun. And I know last week we were talking about meeting up with hikers and going hiking. You're like, excuse me, like we've done things together. But I was like, we weren't even thinking overlanding stuff.
No,
and then
we're
obviously that.
talking
So
hikers.
we were talking hiking at the time. But yeah.
But we've hiked with them.
Who?
We did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
When we were in Illinois.
We did, which
Yeah.
I'd like to go back to that park again. That starved rock.
Starved Rock. Yeah, that was.
What was
That
what was
was
the
Starved
what was
Rock.
the other one?
I don't
What's that?
remember.
The other place.
the other one is like Matthias Park or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it's called.
Right.
We went to Starved Rock.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that was pretty
We-
cool.
It was really nice.
Camped at Cut Rock. Camp State Park, I think it was.
Rock
To meet-
cut.
Rock cut.
Rock
Rock
cut.
cut.
You get
Rock
your
cut.
Rock
Yeah.
cut.
rock cut.
Oh,
Yeah, we met up. The meetup
Yeah.
was at Rock Cut. Well, yeah, that was a good time too. So
definitely.
we gotta plan some more.
We should.
Definitely.
I know. I'm
Yeah,
in.
we might have a ground tent.
But there's tons of trails to hang out.
I didn't realize that was the first time when we went. I didn't realize it was during the trip. I think that you said that was your first time trail running. So I didn't even realize that was your first time until we were already in it. So that was pretty fun.
Everything was a first. Everything from like airing down tires to going through puddles like that. I mean, John did a little bit before, like on his own with like other Subaru people. But I was just like this, like smiling the entire time. It was so much fun. And I don't know. I understand the thrill of it. I like the camaraderie of it, you know, like that was really cool. Mm-hmm. You're not, you know, running through trails like a bat out of hell. Like we were still like enjoying everything. No,
that's the whole purpose is you low and slow.
And then just obviously the end result.
Stop and eat wild raspberries.
Yeah, that was nice. And then just the end is you get to go to a camp spot and fire and friends and conversation, and it's pretty awesome, definitely.
So around the campfire with a drink, talking about the day.
I know we'll have to plan something else next once we know what our agenda is too. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know. So you have been lovely.
Yeah.
I know.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming on. It's already been an hour and a half.
Yeah, that went fast.
I totally went fast. It blows my mind. Every time I look, I go, oh my gosh.
Time flies when you're having fun.
It does. It's just like normal conversation and Lisa
good conversation.
Giggling, and which I love.
I'm gonna have to watch it all back just so I can read all the comments now. See what you guys
the chat actually was pretty. I mean, was pretty cute. John actually obviously put a few up there, whatever. But yeah, I don't think a lot of people are really well versed in overlanding. And like, even Doc had said, kind of how would you describe it? People know what it is, but maybe not like, what it entails.
They just called it something different back then.
So
it's called cart camping.
And kind of sort of, but I feel like it's another, I like having that element to what we do,
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot because it's a different world and we get to meet, people like you both.
100%.
Right, for sure. So thank you for coming on and hanging out with us. Exciting, because I thought for sure we might have to do something on location somewhere.
Right?
That would have been cool.
Like a pre-recorded interview, but this worked out great, and I'm glad it did. I have no idea what it's doing outside. What the internet seemed to has held on to us.
Yep, our internet came back.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened there, but yeah. So another week of Backcountry Couples, Rlvl Overland, Pete and Lisa. Everybody, please go check them out.
Yes.
Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Everybody in the chat, thanks for hanging out too.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. Thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you for having us. That was fun.
You are so welcome.
It's our pleasure. Our pleasure.
I know, and we can do it anytime, anywhere.
Right on.
Give Miss camera shy to agree to it again.
She's not camera shy. She's fine.
Just fine.
All good. There you go. I was going to post what All-Train just said because that was really nice. All-Train just said great live stream as always. So there we go. We were always fun, entertaining. Thank you very much, Jason. That's really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
So thank you all again so much for being on the show. We totally appreciate it.
Yeah.
That was a blast.
You got it.
Awesome. Well, hey, I'm going to drop you down and hang tight. We're going to do a little outro.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
As always.
As always.
And it's just, yeah. And there was a different story. You did not know anything about the trash can turkey.
Oh.
I found that.
Can't know everything.
I found the trash can turkey. I was like, oh.
Talk about your dumpster diver.
Right? I know. Anyways, lots of fun. Like I said before.
A great group of people in the chat tonight, as always.
Yeah. So thanks so much for hanging out with us. And we had some people
Doc said, totally check out that check out
the disc cooker. Yeah,
it's a really simple bill. We haven't done one yet. We thought about it. I don't know if we have
for one more piece of
Right.
equipment.
Our
To be
Subaru
honest
has
with you,
we're pretty stretched, or we're pretty
we need to
tight right now with our Subaru, but
we need to streamline
but
a
yeah,
little bit more.
definitely check out that video Pete did on building his Toscana.
Because
setup.
y'all know how we pack for winter camping. There's no room for anybody or anything.
Nope.
Right?
Not at all.
Oh my gosh. So thanks so much again for hanging out with us, Backcountry Couples. So we kind of like, crazy at the beginning there, but we had no internet.
Yeah,
Don't know what's going on there. I hope
it
everybody
Typical technical difficulties, but
Yeah,
we
whatever.
overcame, we
Always
adapted, we
do.
conquered,
Yeah, we
We're-
conquered.
and we're still here.
Yeah, we are. The other thing I was going to say, hopefully everybody is safe with weather that's kind of coming our way. I know that we're going to be in the thick of it shortly. I know they've
We probably are in the thing.
I know where
The
I'm
blinds are
from
closed.
southwestern Ontario in Canada. They're getting hammered right now.
Yeah, the kids.
So all
kids,
schools have been closed
kids-
for tomorrow, and
kids
the
over there
roads
checked
aren't
in with
looking
us
great
and
all that stuff. So
they said they're getting
everybody
hammered.
stay safe, and we have one more week of Backcountry Couples
Yep,
coming up.
we're
next
back
Thursday.
next week, better than ever.
That's right. We are all good to go. So Saturday, 9 a.m. Grab your coffee. Said
Sit by a cozy fire if you have a fireplace.
9 minute little video and check out our 4 new pieces of gear that we got for 2022.
4.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Yep. We got 4, honey.
What's?
Oh my God. Anyway.
Did we get 4?
Yes, we have 4.
I only count 3.
I don't know.
Let's see.
What was stuck to your nose? That's why.
That's 1.
All right.
Then there was the other one.
I'm telling you, people.
And then I got that little thing.
And then you got the other one that was a surprise in the mail. Right.
I forgot about the surprise
That's
one.
right.
The boni.
The bonus. That's
Tune
right.
in.
Okay. Everybody, thank you so very, very much. Awesome to see everybody. Thanks for hanging out with Rlvl Overland. So make sure you check them out. Lots of fun.
YouTube,
we love
Instagram.
Pete and Lisa. See what they're up to. All right.
Y'all have a great weekend. Have an awesome Friday. We'll see you all on the next quest.
You got it.